Hello, my name is Ryan Cope. I work with the Arctic Slope Community Foundation as the grants director, the director of grant programs, federal grant programs. This right now is going to be a crash course in how to upload a grant. I am going to speak quickly because as most grant writers do, I'm kind of up against a wire for uploading, which is a classic lesson in grant writing. Never, ever let yourself run out of time. All right, so anyway, while I can share this with you, and hopefully before I run out of time, I wanted to share the standard form 424. This right here is the standard government form that they use in order to apply for grants. All right. I'm going to turn off my video since you don't need it. All right. Right here is the SF form 424. Once you figure out which grant you want to apply for, you simply open your workspace, right? You go to your workspace, and then any grants that you've searched out and then hit apply, you can go and you can apply for that grant. Now, I've already started to apply for this grant. So I've gone through, I've searched, I've clicked apply. And now here I've got a grant that's due on August 2nd. That's today. It's due August 2nd. That's 12 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 p.m. Alaska time, approximately 18 minutes from now. Again, never let yourself run out of time. All right, the SF424 is the primary application used in order to apply for a federal grant. You would include information about your entity, who you are, and what the name of your project is, what the competition is you're competing for, what your congressional district is in Alaska. It's Alaska. Your estimated funding. Right now, we need $320,242. This program is not covered by EO 12372. No programs are covered by EO 12372, at least not in the range that we do them. And are we delinquent on debt? No, hopefully you are not either. All right, then you hit agree. Your executive director would sign off in theory. You would want to check for errors at the bottom of the page, then hit save in order to save your work. And then hit close. I did want to note one more thing. There is a title here, Areas Affected by Grant. This is one document where I've had to create an attachment called the area affected by grant. And that is where you describe the area affected by the grant. In this case, we're describing the North Slope region of Alaska, right? So that's the one document that has to be uploaded for the SF424 form. Do you want to unlock this form? I'm going to say no. I don't want it unlocked. I want it locked because I'm going to upload my grant. All right. When you complete a grant, probably one of the most important things is that you prepare a budget. And so I want to show all of you the grant budget before we proceed any further. The grant budget is something that I typically would prepare in Excel first and then transfer it to the grant. All of these documents I will leave attached to this video, so anybody watching this video can go back and access my documents and use them as templates. All right, so for anybody who's following along, if I'm going too fast, just pull my documents and you'll see what they are. All right, here's where I created the language program budget justification. This is a line item budget where I just include everything that I need, and then that will tell me how much my program is going to be. In this case, it's $320,242. I will go here to the Ed SF424 supplement, and here you do enter information about who the project director will be, and then whether or not you're in a qualified opportunity zone. This time, I don't think that my nonprofit is in a qualified opportunity zone. Oh, excuse me, and I'm not sharing the application anymore. Okay. So here's the application. Again, you want to make sure that the form is correct. You check for errors, then you save. And close the document. Again, you want to make sure that you have left the form locked. So do you want to leave it unlocked? No, I want to lock it. All right, grants.gov lobbying form. It's a read-only form. So once you open it, it will populate with your information. If you demonstrate that you've read the form, then that's really all that it takes. And then you've passed. U.S. Department of Education budget information for non-construction programs. Again, we just looked at my budget that I created in Excel. What we would do here is we would go ahead and we would include all of those budget categories here as a line item budget. So we're basically entering in our budget items so that the federal government can use them. All right, here and just double checking my budget, I can see already that I have entered in some numbers incorrectly. And so I definitely want to check those and make sure that they're right. And I'm not sure why, but I am not getting the right amount. Oh, here we go. It's 258, 350. Okay, that should do it. And I have to touch up the budget. See, it's a good thing that you actually go back and review these things. Now I've actually got my budget correct. And hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble. You check it for errors, but even though you check it for errors, that doesn't mean that it's error-free. And that might be a good part of this lesson. When you check for errors, you still have to make sure that you actually check for errors. Do you want to unlock this form? No, I'm going to lock it. All right, we have made our way through most of this form. Now, a GEPA statement. This is something that, again, you will upload this form. I have a GEPA statement that I've written for this grant. GEPA statements are specific to Department of Ed grants, and I have a template for a GEPA statement I like to use. Again, all documents and templates will be included with this video upload. Do I want to unlock this form? Again, no, I want to keep it locked. Education abstract form. Again, I created an abstract for my project. It should be a one-page review of what the project will be. This is different from the project area. The abstract tells you in a nutshell what the project will be. You upload that attachment, you check for errors, you hit save, close again, and do you want to unlock this form? No. We're almost done. Project narrative attachment form. Again, all you're doing is you're uploading a narrative that you have written. The narrative in this case is about 20 pages. And on top of that, I have another narrative from one of our contractors, which is another 10 pages. So all in all, we've got about 30 pages worth of attachments here that I've included with our document. We want to check for errors. We want to save. And we want to close. We do not want to unlock this form. All right, same thing with the budget narrative. Again, it is just an upload. And the budget narrative is just like our line item budget, only we spell out the reason and the rationale for each expenditure and how we did the math for certain expenses, like personnel, fringe, travel, those things. You want to unlock this form? You definitely don't unlock it. Okay, so we've gone down. Most of these involve uploading forms that you've already created. Right now, the other attachments form, again, this is an upload. I created a table of contents. I had about 20 different documents, including my resolutions, my maintenance of effort letter, everything that I needed to prove that we are authorized and fit to manage this grant, and I included it. I combined it as a total attachment using my Adobe Pro. Now I'm going to check for errors. Okay, no errors found. Saving the document. Very, very long document, so it might take a second. Nope. All right, now that everything is saved, and now that I've thankfully saved it just prior to midnight on the East Coast, do I want to unlock this form? No. I finally have a completed application. So I am going to check and review my application. No errors found in the package. Again, that does not mean that you didn't commit any errors. It just means that the computer didn't find any errors in its automated review. So again, it is on you, the grant writer, to review. All right, next To continue and submit the application package, click Sign and Submit button below to complete the process. Is this a change or corrected application? No. Sign and submit. Keep our fingers crossed, folks. And we have an official confirmation letter from the Department of Education or grants.gov, whomever you're applying with, whatever you want to call it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that submission letter. You probably can't see it right now, but what I'm doing is I'm going to download that submission letter and just go ahead and make a note here under my application documents that we have the Okapiak submission letter. All right, so we've saved that now, and we have officially applied for our grant. So congratulations. Congratulations to me. Holy cow. All right, that being said, and this being done, once the grant is completed, you again have the option to reopen it or delete it or anything else. Typically at this point, what most people do is they wait for the application to be processed. Could take a couple of months in order for the application to finally be processed. All right, that being said, what I will do now is I'm going to go and I'm going to make a backup copy of my grant application file, the one that I've been keeping on the desktop of my computer. I'm going to back it up inside of the shared drive that we use for my organization. That way my coworkers have access to my grant material even after it's awarded, or in the future, if they're writing a new grant, or if they're just going back to open up this program to run it after it's been awarded. All right, so this being said, we have now completed the grant application process. Thank you very much for watching along. I know it was a bit rushed, but again, if you have any questions, you can always email us at info@arcticslope.communityfoundation.org, or excuse me, arcticslope.community.org. Also, you can look us up at ASCF communityfoundation.org. Have a great evening, everybody.